Why do so many people wake up feeling powerless, scrolling, comparing, and doubting themselves when the truth is they already carry everything they need inside? In a culture obsessed with external validation, what if the strongest move you can make is to silence the noise and remind yourself, I define me, not the crowd? We live in a world that praises busyness but punishes stillness. But what if presence, not productivity, is the ultimate measure of a life well lived? Welcome to StoicCraft, where ancient Stoic wisdom meets modern struggles. Here, we don't just talk about philosophy, we turn it into a practical daily tool for clarity, strength, and resilience. Let's get straight to the heart of the matter. How many of us are truly living our lives to the fullest potential? I'm not talking about just making it through the day or being fueled by nothing more than coffee and deadlines. I mean waking up each morning with a fire inside you, an unstoppable drive to grow, to excel, and to thrive in ways that go beyond material success. If that kind of life resonates with you, then what follows will matter. I want to share with you 9 powerful Stoic principles. These aren't abstract ideas meant to sound impressive. They're practical, battle-tested tools designed to sharpen your mind, steady your spirit, and guide you toward discovering your truest self. Each principle is like a compass, helping you focus, act with clarity, and live with intention. In our fast-paced, modern world, where distractions are endless, and our attention is constantly pulled in 100 directions, we need anchors. If you've been searching for a morning routine that doesn't just keep you afloat, but actually helps you rise above the noise, these principles are exactly what you need. They are more relevant today than ever. And the first principle begins with one simple but transformative reminder: I am capable. This is far more than a motivational phrase. It's a declaration, a daily commitment to your own inherent strength and competence. To affirm, I am capable, is not arrogance, nor is it an inflated sense of self. It's about grounding yourself in the quiet but undeniable truth that you have the ability to face whatever comes your way. Life will throw challenges at you, sometimes relentlessly, but every morning you plant your feet on the ground, anchored. In this belief, you're equipping yourself to handle them with resilience and clarity. Think of it as a shield you carry into the day. This affirmation is your reminder that you already possess the wisdom, the skills, and the adaptability required to succeed. And this isn't blind optimism, it's a necessary mindset. The world around us will always be quick to point out our flaws, to emphasize where we fall short. That's why it's so vital to reaffirm your own value and capabilities every day. When doubts creep in, and they always will, this simple yet powerful mantra becomes the beacon that guides you back to your core. Each time you say, I am capable, you're not only strengthening yourself, you're rejecting the labels the world may have unfairly placed on you. It's about knowing your worth without needing external validation. You recognize that the world may be unpredictable, often harsh, but your response to it, your steady belief in yourself, must remain unshakable. And here's the truth. When you embrace this mindset, it transforms how you approach everything. Suddenly, every task, every decision, every interaction is infused with purpose. You stop moving like a passive observer and start shaping your own direction. Confidence doesn't just stay within you, it radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and respond to you. And when you inspire confidence in others, you create a feedback loop that reinforces your own strength. How often do we limit ourselves with the quiet but heavy thought, "I can't"? That single phrase has stopped more dreams than failure ever did. It's time to flip that script. You absolutely can. You always could. You just needed to believe it long enough to act on it. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who turned wisdom into a way of living, taught us that our perceptions dictate our reality. What does that mean for us today? It means the lens through which you see your circumstances, the story you tell yourself about what is or isn't possible, shapes not just your day, but your entire life. By embracing the mindset, "I shape my reality," you take ownership of your story. You recognize that every choice, every reaction, every thought adds color to the canvas of your life. This doesn't mean denying that challenges exist. Of course they do. Life is not meant to be free of hardship. What it does mean is realizing that you have the power to navigate, to adapt, and even to use those very challenges as stepping stones towards something greater. Why wait for the perfect moment to act? Why wait for someone else's approval before you move forward? Every single day is already ripe with opportunities to take control, to decide, to steer your life in the direction you choose. Maybe that means changing careers, improving a relationship, or starting a new personal project. The driving force isn't luck, it's your belief that you can shape the outcome. Imagine beginning each day with the conviction that the reins of your life are firmly in your hands. You choose to view every obstacle through a proactive lens. This doesn't just open possibilities, it multiplies them. And when you live with the belief that you have this power, it shows. You become more decisive. You take risks others shy away from. You recover faster when setbacks come because you understand that each step, whether forward or backward, is still part of sculpting the masterpiece of your life. Claiming your power to shape your reality is exhilarating, but it also comes with responsibility. It means taking conscious control of your thoughts and attitudes. Each time you say, "I can," you fortify your resolve. Each time you say, "I will," you propel yourself forward. By consistently affirming your ability to shape your reality, you don't just change how you see the world, you change how the world sees you, too. Often we find ourselves tangled up in the regrets of yesterday or the uncertainties of tomorrow. But what if there was another way to begin the day? A way that sets the tone, not with confusion, but with clarity? The third reminder is this: my path is clear. This isn't about pretending life has no obstacles. Life is full of them. It's about seeing those obstacles differently, not as barriers meant to stop you, but as essential parts of the journey. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone, a catalyst to push you forward, not hold you back. Starting your day with the mindset that your path is clear isn't just a motivational boost. It's programming your brain to look for solutions instead of problems. This clarity won't magically erase the difficulties in your way, but it will empower you to move through them more effectively. Each obstacle transforms into a lesson. Each lesson becomes wisdom, and that wisdom lights your path. Even when circumstances grow dark, this doesn't mean striding forward blindly. It means moving with a vision, knowing where you want to go, understanding what it will take, and accepting the effort required. Clarity gives you the ability to navigate strategically, adjusting when life twists and turns, but always keeping your destination in sight. Your path will never be perfectly straight. It will twist, it will turn, and at times it will feel uncertain. But the truth is this: clarity doesn't mean every step is mapped out. It means you remain steadfast and adaptable, willing to shift direction as needed, while keeping your ultimate destination in sight. Living with the belief that my path is clear also challenges you to shed the unnecessary baggage you've been carrying: failures from the past, fears that linger, mistakes you refuse to release. These burdens weigh you down, cloud your vision, and make every step heavier than it needs to be. Remembering that your path is clear helps you forgive yourself for those missteps and move forward with a lighter, more agile mindset, one designed for excellence rather than regret. And with that lighter step comes a deeper reminder: progress is not an accident. It's a daily commitment. To say, "I grow stronger daily," may sound simple, but it is one of the most powerful truths you can carry. It reminds you that life is not about sudden perfection. It's about evolution. Each day, even in small ways, brings you closer to the person you are meant to become. When you cherish your journey and see each challenge and error as an opportunity to learn, you fortify your character in ways no easy path could ever provide. Growth, however, is not a straight line. Some days you'll feel like you've leapt forward. Other days it will feel as if you've slid backward. But even those steps back hold value. They are rich with lessons that harden your resolve and sharpen your resilience. When you start seeing your struggles through this lens, you stop labeling them as failures and begin to see them as training. Each obstacle becomes a test, a chance to strengthen your spirit and expand your capabilities. To embrace daily growth also means acknowledging and celebrating the small wins that most of us overlook. It might be refining a skill, facing a fear, or handling a stressful situation with more calm than you did last year. These moments may seem small, but together they reinforce your path of improvement and motivate you to continue pushing forward. This mindset also fosters compassion toward yourself. We are quick to criticize, quick to judge our pace, especially when we compare our progress to others. But the truth is, growth is personal. It belongs to you alone. When you understand that your journey is unique, you learn to appreciate your own pace. You begin to respect the process rather than punish yourself for not being further ahead. Instead of harsh judgment, you replace that inner critic with patience and encouragement. And that nurturing attitude leads to growth that is not only more substantial but also sustainable. That is why "I commit to excellence" is more than just a phrase. It is a declaration, a compass, a contract with yourself. It sets the tone for every area of your life. This commitment echoes the heart of Stoic philosophy, that our virtues and the effort we invest in cultivating them define us more than any achievements ever could. Excellence is not about outperforming others. It isn't about chasing perfection. It's about showing up every day to do the work, to refine your character, to live by your values. Each morning, when you reaffirm this commitment, you're aligning your actions with your highest ideals. The beauty of excellence lies in its simplicity. It's a standard you hold yourself to, not because anyone demands it, but because it shapes who you are. Stoicism reminds us to focus only on what we can control: our effort, our discipline, our integrity, and our response to the world around us. By focusing on these controllable aspects, you embody the virtues the Stoics prized most: wisdom, courage, justice, moderation. This commitment also pushes you forward when others may choose to rest, not as judgment against their choices, but as a personal standard, a code you've chosen to live by. Excellence often requires walking a solitary path, not solitude in the sense of being alone, but in the sense of personal accountability and motivation. True success, as Stoicism teaches, is not found in accolades or recognition, but in the transformation of character. Each day of striving shapes you. It makes you wiser, stronger, more attentive to detail, and more connected to others. It molds you into someone capable of leadership, not only in your career, but in your community through your consistency and integrity. You begin to inspire others, not through speeches, but through your example. And as you push forward, there is another truth to remember: excuses are the enemies of progress. To declare "excuses do not define me" is to take a stance of strength. Excuses may appear small, but they are insidious. They're not just lies told to others, they are the quiet stories we whisper to ourselves, the stories that justify staying the same. They seduce us by offering temporary relief, but they steal our power to change. The danger of embracing excuses, that they quietly strip away your power, the power to change, to grow, and to progress toward the life you truly want. Each excuse may feel like a small surrender, but collectively they rob you of influence over your own future. This is why, from a Stoic perspective, it is so essential to focus on the only things that are ever fully in your control: your actions and your responses. Every time you face a challenge or setback, you are offered two clear choices. You can craft an excuse and remain stuck where you are, or you can confront the situation directly with responsibility and purpose. Excuses appear comforting at first. They give you a temporary escape from discomfort. But what they really do is chain you to the same place, leaving you stuck in a repetitive loop of unfulfillment and regret. Taking responsibility, on the other hand, liberates you. It empowers you to learn, to adapt, and to keep moving forward. It's about claiming ownership of your life's story, rather than being reduced to a passive character in a narrative written by fear or circumstance. Rejecting excuses means you begin to challenge those automatic, self-defeating thoughts. It's too hard. I don't have enough time. I'm not good enough. Instead, you replace them with rigorous self-assessment and a commitment to push through discomfort. And this isn't about being harsh on yourself. It's about honesty, clear, grounded honesty about your capabilities and the tangible actions you can take to overcome obstacles. Each time you sidestep an excuse and take even a small action, you strengthen your resilience. You reinforce a self-image rooted in capability rather than limitation. Acting with purpose is also central to this philosophy. It means every decision you make is infused with intention, directed toward something meaningful, rather than wasted on empty justification. When you live this way, excuses stop having space to exist. You no longer look for ways to escape. You start looking for ways to create solutions. And this is why declaring, "Excuses do not define me," is so powerful. It's more than a motivational line, it's an act of independence. It's breaking free from the self-imposed barriers that hold you back. It's affirming that your life is defined not by what you avoid, but by the effort you make, the resilience you show, and the progress you achieve. No matter how small those steps may seem at first. This mindset doesn't just change how you approach goals, it transforms how you see challenges altogether. Failures stop being dead ends and become opportunities for growth. Setbacks turn into lessons, and difficulties become training grounds for your character, which leads us to the next truth. You must remind yourself daily, I am designed for greatness. Let that sink in. This isn't a hollow pep talk. It's a profound truth about human potential. You are not here to simply blend into the crowd or drift passively with the masses. You are here with a unique set of talents and strengths gifts that no one else possesses in quite the same way. You are not meant merely to survive. You are meant to contribute, to achieve, and to live with purpose. Every morning, remind yourself, I am designed for greatness. This isn't about inflating your ego or pretending you're invincible. It's about accepting the responsibility that comes with knowing you hold something valuable within you, something that, if developed and shared, can make a difference not just for you, but for the world around you. Understanding this changes how you approach your days. Challenges stop feeling like punishments and start feeling like opportunities. You no longer say, I have to, but instead, I get to. Each day becomes a chance to step closer to your highest potential. This belief doesn't pressure you into constant output. It inspires you towards steady, intentional growth. It's about becoming better today than you were yesterday, and even stronger tomorrow. Let this knowledge fuel you. Let it carry you through the moments of doubt and lift you higher in the moments of success. Because when you truly believe in your inherent greatness, your choices begin to change. Your actions align more naturally with your goals. You act with courage and clarity. And when setbacks arrive, and they will, you see them not as permanent roadblocks, but as temporary detours. You keep moving because you know the design of your life is meant for something more. And this greatness isn't only about your own fulfillment. It's also about contribution. It's about offering your gifts in whatever spaces you inhabit, your career, your relationships, your creative pursuits. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to impart value. Sometimes it means offering your skills to solve a problem. Sometimes it means using your creativity to inspire others. And sometimes it's as simple as showing up as your best self, lifting those around you just by being present. Yet in a world overflowing with opinions, it's easy to lose sight of that truth. Every day we're bombarded with what people think of us, judgments, criticisms, expectations. And if we're not careful, we can become swayed or even paralyzed by their voices. And this is why the next affirmation is so vital. External opinions do not sway me. Stoicism, rooted in rationality and inner peace, teaches the importance of maintaining what Marcus Aurelius called an inner citadel, a fortress of integrity and self-assurance that no external judgment can penetrate. Too often, we let the opinions of others shape not only how we act, but who we believe we are. We change how we dress, how we speak, even what we pursue, based on the weight of outside expectations. But here's the transformative truth. Their opinions do not define your reality. Only you hold that power. Maintaining your inner citadel requires more than simply ignoring what others say. It's not about pretending outside voices don't exist. It's about learning to discern which voices genuinely contribute to your growth and which ones quietly chip away at it. Building this inner fortress means developing a robust sense of self, one that resonates with your deepest values and aspirations. It means fortifying yourself with wisdom, with compassion, and with resilience, so that when praise or criticism comes, you can accept both with grace, without allowing either to destabilize who you are. This is why it's so important to let your actions reflect your true self, not a version that has been molded by society's shifting expectations. When you live authentically, aligned with your personal values and goals, you naturally become a beacon for others. Your steadiness inspires those around you to seek their own paths and to stand firm against the heavy tide of societal judgment. Stoicism has always emphasized the value of anchoring ourselves in the present. That's why the affirmation, "I embrace the present moment," carries such weight. It's more than a motivational phrase, it's a call to live fully and mindfully. When you commit to this mindset, you stop drifting. You begin to engage with life as it unfolds, moment by moment, instead of living only in memories or anxieties. To embrace the present is to consciously release past regrets and future fears. It doesn't mean you erase the past or neglect the future. Instead, it's about understanding that your energy is best spent here, in the now, the only place where life actually happens. Every time you remind yourself to embrace the present, you are choosing not to let yesterday's shadows or tomorrow's uncertainties rob you of today's clarity. This practice shapes a mind that is both resilient and grounded. You learn to appreciate each moment for what it offers, extracting lessons from the past without being chained to it, and preparing for the future without being consumed by it. That balance is at the core of Stoicism, equanimity in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. And when you live in the present, you improve your ability to respond to life's fluctuations with a clear mind and a steady heart. There's also a very practical benefit. Presence improves your responsiveness. Instead of reacting out of fear, impulse, or habit, you begin to act with intention and clarity, because your mind isn't scattered across different times and possibilities. You are sharp, focused, and better equipped to face challenges as they come. This heightened presence enhances your creativity, sharpens your problem solving, and deepens your communication. You notice details others miss. You forge stronger connections, and you make wiser choices because your mind is truly engaged in the moment. When you embrace the present, you also engage more fully with the people around you. You listen more carefully, you notice more deeply, you participate more actively. This leads to richer relationships, both in your personal life and your professional world. And beyond relationships, presence allows you to savor the simple pleasures most of us rush past. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of morning coffee, the sound of laughter shared with someone you love. These small moments, often overlooked, are not trivial. They are profound. They form the very foundation of well-being. So let this be your reminder: the power to live a life that feels full, vivid, and deeply enriching lies in embracing each moment as it comes. Practice this daily, and you'll begin to notice life becoming more meaningful, more vibrant, more real. Thank you for being here and for being part of this journey. If today's reflections resonated with you, I encourage you to continue exploring. There's another video waiting for you that dives even deeper into the art of living well with clarity, with strength, and with presence. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to live wisely, to live deeply, and to live fully. I'll see you there. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these affirmations speaks to you the most and why? Share your thought in the comments. It might be exactly the reminder someone else needs today. And if you're ready to go deeper, check out the playlist waiting for you. Each video builds on these lessons, helping you anchor your mornings, strengthen your mindset, and live with unshakable calm in a noisy world.